Hello, YouTube. This is Andrew Bartlett, and as the screen says, I'm a full-time student at Fayetteville State University as a MIS major, which stands for Management Information Systems, and I am the owner of the website marketdatamines.com. Anyways, I'm just going to make this video on a quick start on Python. It's not going to be really huge. It's just going to be just pretty much for beginners, folks just starting out. If you ever want to play around with programming code, this is it. All right, well, I'm going to start this off and all done. Okay, so you're going to first start off with Python. This little icon right there. And now this is what's called a shell. All you can do, and well, it's called shell pretty much because those little greater than less than symbols. So anyways, most you can really do here is just one line of code, which literally is like one sentence of code pretty much. Well, I'm going to start off by printing pretty much the first message sent on the internet. And as it says right here, you can print numbers, values, all sorts of stuff in here. Pretty much anything. Hello, world. And we're going to close that. Now, I want you to notice, now print, let's do print, and you have to put in the parentheses. And you can do single quote or double quote. Some parts it doesn't really matter, but at some other parts, the more advanced levels, it does. But I like using single quotes, and the reason being is I'm lazy. Anyways, all right, so you press enter, and there you go. There's your message. Hello, world. Now I'm going to, because I plan on doing a lot more, I'm going to close out of here so we get a fresh one. And to put more stuff in there and save and do all sorts of stuff, you're going to have to make a new file. And because I like using hotkeys, you got to do a new file, or you can do Control N, and I'll do Control N. So here's our first file. And what we're going to try and do is, well, first off, we need a variable. This will be our variable. Variables are pretty much like anything you want to use to control. And they can be any word, anything. You put whatever you want, and I'll display that when the video is almost done, or when I'm done with all this. So let's do speed. Now, a float, as it says, it pretty much has your variable. Variable is X, everything. So, all right, and your input is, like it says, what you're going to input into the formula, to the thing right here. And let's see here. So and two quotes, which closes it. Of course, like math, you close parentheses. And so I got your input. You're going to enter the speed. And yeah. So now let's do time equals same thing again. I usually like adding the colons right there, so just looks a bit nicer. And now let's say we want to multiply this to get something called, let's just call it distance equals. I use the parentheses. Sometimes it works without the parentheses, but yeah. So speed times time. Now see, there's your speed and your time. That's going to equal your distance, so you have just one thing to call it. So you're going to have two variables. You pretty much took two variables and made it into one by multiplying. Now, let's do this. Print. Okay. So that's going to print out over into your shell. As you say, here's your distance. And let's do this. You do a format. Now the format pretty much makes, yeah, you see quite a lot of it. Pretty much makes it like decimal points or whatever you want. Format, and okay, we're going to do distance. You assigned it right there. Equals. Let's make it a comma. Start off with a comma. So it's going to say, here's your distance. It's going to print your distance right there, the number that it gets of speed times time, and it's going to make it to a comma format. Okay, well, let's run this. And it's going to make you save it. And like I always say, save it where you're going to find it. I forgot to delete that earlier. I put it into here. Let's delete this right now. Okay. Let's put it here. And name it distance because I already had it right there. Okay, enter your speed. Well, let's say if we hit this puppy at 88 miles an hour, and for 5 hours, we need some serious, whatever. Anyway, so there you go. Multiplied. Here's your distance. Here's what it is. And like I said, you can do whatever you want with this stuff. So let's say we want to divide. Okay. I don't know if that'll be, well, yeah, it might work. Should work. Run. Okay, let's do 88 again times, say, 30. And, yep. I give a nice decimal point over here. And you can change the format to try to change this. Well, yeah, we could do that. Distance, say 0.2 F. And let's try this. Okay, 88 divided by 2. Okay. So you see, there you go. You only got 2 decimal places. And we can try it again. Bigger number, 252. So we get a weird number times 17. There you go. 2 decimal places. All right, let's delete this because it's starting to get a little big here. All right, now, and like I said, like I said from the beginning, let's keep this multiplied so it gets interesting. Oops. Okay, and like I said earlier, you can make this anything, and this is just, I'm just joking, this is kind of a fun joke, but let's say hit and run. And because I am kidding. Okay. Change all of it out, but hit. Run. And here's your, I know this makes absolutely no sense, but okay. Now let's print this as a comma so you can put a really big number in it. It'll show you that it can make the commas, pretty much. Run. Oh, wait. Oh, I almost messed up here. Hit. And run. I almost jacked it up. Okay, enter your hit. 82, whatever. Don't matter. Oh, wait. Oh. Wait. Yep. Oh, wait. I see what I did. I jacked myself up. Okay. There we go. Let's delete this, run this out so you can see it. Obviously, you saw what happens when you mess up. Okay, there you go. And it's a nice comma. It added a comma right there, so yeah. All right. Well, that's a quick little video on how to start off using Python. Hope you enjoyed, and have a great evening, day, or whatever time zone you're in.